Hello everyone, welcome back to my Bird. This is game 67 of the blindfold blitzes. This is a 3-minute blitz. I'm in black and this one's called the pyramid. Let's check it out here. It starts out with an E4, E5, F3, F6, C3, B4. Now I could have said bishop under the steps, but this is more important that this pyramid is pretty solid here. Let's check it out. After B4, D3, C3, check, take C3, E7, D4, D6. Now there's your pyramid. Now I could have said pyramid, knight under the pyramid. This knight stays here for a little while, but it's the main thing. You'll see at the end of this game how the pawn structure fell. And it's pretty cool. After D6, C4, C6, A3, A5, E2, B6, E3, B7, D3, G6, B5, D7, takes D7, takes D7, D5. Now he created a weakness. This pawn right here is a weakness. But I don't see it. I see it now as I'm looking over this game. But maybe in the game I don't directly see it. But let's continue on. After D5, F4. That whole reason when that knight moved over here, I saw that bishop. I wanted to take the white bishop out. After F4, takes F4, takes F4. G3, but I never got to it. And takes G3, takes G3. Now in this position, it looks like we're even pieces. Rook, rook, knight and a bishop. Rook, rook, knight and a bishop. 3, 6, 7 pawns. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pawns. Now we're even, except he's got a double pawn. I don't. Okay, let's continue on here. After G3 takes, I go E8. I see this pawn is weak, so I go after it. Now, there's no other pawns he could use to defend it. If he pushes, he's just giving up his pawn. He's not going to take a knight for a pawn. So, after E8, he goes D3 to defend it. Once he opened that up like that, I said, wait a minute, now the rook is behind this. And look what happens. After D3, I take D5. He quickly castles. Now I just take another pawn. That's 2 pawns. E4. He takes E4. I take E4. Out of that whole exchange, I got 2 pawns for nothing. Now I'm up 2 pawns. He's got 5. I have 7. After E4, E1. Well, I'm trading down. In my head, this is a blitz game. You got 3 minutes. You got to trade it down. So you see all this. Okay. After that, takes E4, takes E4. E8, I come over. He takes E8. I take E8. After that, H4. Now we're down to a pawn and knights. Now I'm up to 2 pawns. But still, I mean, this is hard to see through all this, but after H4, C4. And this is what's bad about it. That knight jumping around, and he can't defend his pawns, because look, even if he moves it, I go here to take this one. After C4, he moves to threaten down here a check. F5. I just go G6. He decides to come back D4. My move, A3 takes. C4. C4 takes. I take this one first instead of, oh well, I can't because this knight's there, obviously. After C4, C3 he moves up. A5. After A5 he goes E6. I go D7, I got to defend the pawn. Because you got to be careful. That knight quickly gets rid of a lot of pawns real quick. That's why a knight's cool on a pawn game at the end like this, when the pawns are positioned right. and his weren't positioned too good, so the knight worked perfect. After d7, d4, I go c5, c2, a4, f3, a3. He had a choice. He could wait one more time, but he took it. a3 takes, a3 takes. He goes f4, b5, g4. I go b1. He goes f1, c3. And he had no choice, because if he pushed the pawn, then I would just take it with this pawn anyway. So after c3, e1, b4, d2. Now I move my knight over e4, c2 to try to take some more pawns, because look, if he pushes, I take. Maybe that's, or if he don't, I pass, but I still got a knight. So after c2, f2, and it just goes downhill. b3, g4 takes, c2, h5, d2, h4, and now it doesn't matter if he tries to run to save it. I push this pawn. After h4, c2, h3, d3, and my time ran out here. I mean, this was good all the way. This was pretty cool. It was all about the time from the beginning of the game, because we played what we played, and now it's all about the time. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this one. But let's go back to that point where the two pawns in the center. That was the key to the whole. When I came over like this, and then he defended. As soon as I saw that open, and I'm here, I said, well, wait a minute. I could take that. And I did. I've seen it. He quickly castled. No, keep going. And it wouldn't have mattered if he would have put his rook here first, and then I take. Because now you're down. Well, okay, and then he could take the rook, and then I would take. It still wouldn't matter, if he went this way with the rook. Even if he went like this first, like this, and like this, and like this, and it would have ended up like this. Now, this probably would have been better for his pawn structure, but he's still 5 pawns. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's still down those 2 pawns. And this knight. And then he could try to defend, and then the game would continue on from there like that. Now, that would have been a better move for him, but that's not the way it went. So I hope you enjoyed that one. We'll have some more for you. Thanks for stopping by.